What is up, YouTube? Today we are covering the Star Wars The Old Republic live stream for 7.4 game update. This is the first full Broadsword release of the game. The last release was kind of a Broadsword BioWare, a little bit of a mix. It was mostly BioWare. Broadsword probably had a little bit of input. So today we're gonna watch the Broadsword live stream for Star Wars: The Old Republic, and this is for game, like I said, game update 7.4. I don't know what to expect. Hopefully, they'll show us some really cool things. I'm personally hoping for new planets. Love to see Naboo personally, but let's get into it. Let's see what they got, and hopefully, come on, Naboo, come on. All right, let's do it. Now, I did skip ahead on the timer. It had like a 10-minute timer when it first came up, so they did show old trailers, the little cinematics, the last cinematics. Hopefully, they'll have a cool cinematic to show us today, but we'll find out.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Thanks for joining our live stream. All right, for those who don't know me, I'm Keith Koenig, executive producer at Broadsword for the Star Wars: The Old Republic. What this means is I oversee all aspects of the game, and I work with each team to make sure we're delivering on our vision. And today, I wanted to let you know what we've been up to since you last saw me. Think about this, right? Since the launch of Legacy of the Sith, why did I stumble over that? Who knows, right? Which we released early last year, we've released 24 patches containing new stories, replayable content. We fixed a lot of bugs. Probably introduced some new ones, right? Give you a laugh.
Yeah, they fixed a lot of bugs, but I still get stuck in various trees and cavernous, mountainous canyons. I get stuck places quite often. So hopefully some of those get fixed.
And provided technical updates that have made the game better, like our 64-bit client, our launcher, right? And all the recent move all the way over to the cloud.
Do you like the cloud?
In today's stream, we'll introduce you to 7.4 called Chains in the Dark, and that the team has been working on since the launch of 7.3. We're excited to share the new stories, the features, and changes coming in this update. All right. I know I'm reading the script, but you just bear with me for a second. I know how many people are wondering what's going up after 7.4, right? We get a lot.
Could you guys figure out he was reading from the script? I mean, he's looking this way. It's okay, dude. Elgato has a new teleprompter. Not sponsored, by the way, but Elgato. If you need a small streamer to test out your teleprompter, just send an email. Appreciate, I'll send you my address. Just saying.
A lot of questions about what's happening up to 7.4. So basically this, we recently reviewed our roadmap within Broadsword and are already working on 7.4.1 through 7.6, all of which is slated to release over the next year or so. We're also defining all of the updates for 2025 and beyond, and we look forward to sharing more of that vision with you.
That's exciting.
And along with what's happening throughout the game. You'll be hearing from me fairly soon about that.
Okay, I'm just going to say that's very positive because everybody's been, oh man, BioWare sold off the Broadsword. Broadsword's going to just, run the game to the ground. Look, they're talking 2025 already. They got content, ideas, thoughts. That's good. Give us at least a couple more years. That's actually very exciting.
I am going to turn it over to Jackie and Eric. I appreciate you being here, and thank you for playing Star Wars: The Old Republic, and we'll be right back.
We'll be right back. All right, sorry, chat.
Oh.
Sorry, chat. We had to cut because they played Star Wars music, and that's always going to get your video tagged. So we're back. He left. We left. We came back. Sorry for pausing her in a really... That's just... Yeah.
Wasn't it so awesome hearing from Keith? I love it. So we're back. Hello. Thank you everyone for joining us for the game game update 7.4 live stream.
Keith's doing it to you now
Oh
too.
my goodness.
That's it.
Oh my goodness.
Keith has pushed the boulder down the hill and it's all over. It's all over.
Oh Lord. I'm Jackie, one of your co-hosts for today.
I'm Eric Musco, lead game producer.
I'm community manager. So thank you all so much for joining us. We have a lot to talk about today.
There's googly eyes on the camera. They were not there yesterday.
That's Ashley's doing. They're just like
There's
right
googly
there.
eyes from her teleprompter.
That's fun.
It's amazing.
Yep.
It's like we're talking to, you know, an audience. If I'm looking down here, I'm looking at chat. So hello to everyone. Nice seeing everyone. We're just going to go over the topics for today. So a couple of notes before we head into that. We're going to be hearing from a variety of voices, again, per usual. Two of them, Joe and Brian's, are going to be through pre-recorded videos because they're not in the office with us.
Yep.
And then also, we haven't done this before.
Remote work.
But our mods are going to be giving out some codes throughout the duration of the stream. And the codes can be redeemed. And they are the the community Mandalorian jetpack mount. So...
Just keep your eyes on chat for some sweet Mandalorian jetpack mount action.
Darn.
Yes. All right, so getting
We
into
were
the
at
agenda
work.
for today.
Yeah,
Couldn't
so
watch
what's
it
in this
live.
game update? Lots of stuff. So the new Chains in the Dark storyline, game update named after the storyline. So Ashley and Caitlin are going to walk you through this, but just a little sneak peek of it. So we're going to take you to a new place on Ord Mantell called Kessen's Landing. So this is a new landing zone on Ord Mantell. And you may be saying, but wait a minute, I play on the Empire. I can't go to Ord Mantell. Well, what if you could? So this is going to be something really cool for us. This is the first time that players on the Empire side will have the opportunity to go to Ord Mantell. So players of both factions are going to be returning during the main storyline to Ord Mantell. There's going to be new and returning characters that Ashley and Caitlin will walk you through. But not only that, on Ord Mantell, there's also going to be a brand new daily area for players to walk through. So all of the things that you can expect in a daily area, so repeatable missions, new rewards, etc., and a new world boss for you to tackle while you're there as well. And again, Caitlin and
never
Ashley will
fight
talk
any
you
of the
through
bosses.
all of that when they're here to talk to you about that in a bit. Not just that, there's more.
Oh, wait.
I bet you're saying, and I think a couple players had asked about this on the forums a little while ago, and what has Lane been up to? Well, as you might imagine, trying to unearth how to rebuild a Basilisk War droid is pretty hard. So you'll be able to walk back up to Lane and ask her how that's been going. So
I don't even think I've done that storyline, so...
Cinematic lighting improvements. You may say, what's that mean? Well, we're going to tell you about it, and we'll show you. And in fact, fun fact, that's actually been going on already.
Yep.
Little did you know. But we'll tell you about that in a bit. GTN revamp. So the GTN, for those that don't know, that's basically our auction house. It's our Galactic Trade Network system. We're overhauling it. It's basically been the same system since our game launched 13 years ago. I don't know what year it is anymore. And so we're overhauling it. So Joe's going to come and tell you all about the complete overhaul of our GTN. It's going to look and feel in a lot of ways the same that you might expect, but there's some pretty cool new features in there as well. So pretty excited about the GTN overhaul. Gearing changes. That's right. Something that I know Keith's very excited about. I don't know. He's sitting back in the corner, but I can tell you he's excited about it. Brian's will be here to talk to you about all the gearing changes that are coming. Definitely new ways for you to get. We're raising some of the item rating ceilings and giving you new ways to get into better gear throughout the current gearing path in the game.
Yep. And then, of course, this is a holiday release.
That's right.
So that means there's going to be a Life Day event. So we'll go into a little bit of sneak peek of what to expect for Life Day.
Yep.
And then we're going to be going into some of the offerings for the cartel market.
Yep, with some really cool stuff coming there.
Really cool. I can't wait to talk about this. It's going to bring customization to a whole new level. But more...
Ooh, more customization. That'll be cool. I already want to buy like 90% of the armor. Anything armor related out of the cartel markets. So I need more coins.
On that later.
Yep.
And then following that, we're going to showcase the finalists for the Best View in SWTOR 2023 contest. There are so many beautiful entries. Had to give a shout out to the finalists.
Yep.
So.
And it wouldn't be a big game update without your ability to playtest it on PTS, which you will be able to do, and we'll talk about when it'll be coming to PTS. Spoilers soon, so we'll be talking about that at the very end of the stream as well.
Yep. So before we
Nice.
hand off our mics to Ashley and Caitlin,
Yep.
there's one more thing that we have to go over. This is the live stream.
Yeah.
So of course we're going to give away some stuff. So this is a little bit special. This will make sense later when we start talking about the storyline. But if you go to SWTOR.com/redeem-code, you can redeem code LOTSVIZLA. Capitalization does not matter. And if you have not gotten the deco that's shown on the left here, that's Head of Coal. If you haven't gotten that deco, you'll get both of them by redeeming this one code. Be sure that you do it before November 1st.
Yep.
That's cool.
Just a quick housekeeping thing, just as a reminder. So as Jackie highlighted, she's literally holding a laptop that has chat in it. Caitlin and Ashley won't be sitting here holding a laptop, and so so the flow is basically going to be Ashley and Caitlin are going to come in and talk through the story and some of the daily area stuff, and then they're going to kick it off through Joe and Brian. So you won't see us again until all that has gone through. So they won't be able to see and answer your questions as that comes through, but Jackie will be gathering any of the questions that come in through chat. So when we come back, we'll be able to answer any of the questions that come in or see anything that's popped up, or we'll gather any of those and we can kick them off and have any of those folks answer the questions on the forums or anything thereafter. So just don't be surprised if you don't see them answering their questions, because they can't see them if they're not holding a laptop in their lap. So you will see Jackie and I again in a little while.
All right.
Yay.
We'll be back.
Yep, we'll see you soon.
Another pause for music had to be removed, so. And they're ready now. Is that too long? Oh. It's fine.
Good? Yep.
Hi. Hello.
Hey, everyone.
Professional
I am
streamers, by
Ashley
the way.
Roll. I'm the narrative director on SWTOR. I'm Caitlin Sullivan-Kelly. I am the lead writer on Star Wars: The Old Republic. And today we're going to talk about the narrative you can see in Update 7.4, Chains in the Dark. So first off, I just really wanted to say that we're really excited to keep bringing you narrative content for this update and future updates. Nothing is changing on that front. And we're really excited to show you what's coming after 7.4 eventually. There's so many great moments and character moments and a lot of really cool choices. And we're thrilled that we get to keep sharing this story with all of you.
We're thrilled about that, too.
Like Ashley mentioned, even in this one alone, there's some great cinematic moments that I'd still... I watched the little clips of them over and over again, and it's like, even though I wrote them, it's just really cool to see everything come to life. And we're really excited for everyone to get to experience it, and we're super excited to talk about it now. So we'll jump right in.
Yeah. So where did we leave off? Where are we picking up from?
Sure. Well, from 7.2, Showdown on Runic, Hedicole fled Runic after her battle with Shay, and since then she's kind of been in hiding with the rest of the Hidden Chain in the galaxy, and Shay's been doing everything that she can to track down where they went and find them. She's also been supported by her Arbiter of the Mandalorians, Jakaya Ordo, and his brother Ras. They've been looking into leads to try and find the Hidden Chain as well. And that's actually where the Chains in the Dark storyline is going to kick off. We're actually going to be helping Ras Ordo with investigating a lead that may locate where Hedda has gone with the Hidden Chain. But while we're doing that, we get a call from Jakaya that says, oh no, the Hidden Chain have actually come out of hiding and they are attacking indiscriminate targets all across the galaxy, all at once. And unfortunately for Jakaya, he can't keep up with all the different pop-ups of strike teams, and one of those places that's being attacked is actually on the Republic world of Ord Mantell.
Shocker.
Which I don't think would be a very good idea for Mandalorians to be fighting a turf war on a Republic world. Probably wouldn't go very well for them. So Jakaya actually asked the player to intervene on their behalf and go to Ord Mantell to stop the assault. That's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to go to Ord Mantell. We're going to talk to a couple of characters who are interested in supporting our faction. They're going to give us the information that we need to find out more about what the Hidden Chain is after. And when we get that information, it's going to send us to a new unexplored area that Musco mentioned earlier called Kessen's Landing. This landing zone is actually, it's previously unexplored. It's brand new to the game. Since it's on a Republic world, it's technically overseen by the Republic military. They support them with military outposts, infrastructure, and things like that. But as the war previously with the Mantellian separatist movement kind of dwindled down, Kessen's Landing has been more and more abandoned over the years. They've let things fall into disrepair. and the people there really feel abandoned and just overlooked by the Republic. They don't feel like a priority.
There's
at
still
all.
a pretty strong community though there, even if they're not supported by the Republic.
Absolutely. So when they kind of lost support from the big guys upstairs in the Republic, they learned how to rely on each other. And with that reliance and becoming kind of a close-knit community, with that comes a lot of distrust of strangers and outsiders. And on the flip side also comes a hotbed for new separatist activity. And they think the Republic doesn't care about us. Why do we deal with them? Why do we help them? So
And
we're
enter
actually
the
going to need
Empire.
to get some help from the locals if we want to figure out what the hidden chain is doing and what's going on and stop them. But navigating that distrust is going to be a little difficult, but it's going to be necessary if we want to achieve our goals.
And traditionally, Empire characters haven't really spent a lot of time on Ord Mantell because it was governed by the Republic. But
We
there's
weren't allowed.
leniency in this space, right? Because it's not as doesn't have as much Republic presence.
Absolutely. Like I said before, people are kind of thinking, well, why should we help the Republic? And with that comes, why should we call them Impter on the planet? So if they see a Sith running around, it's probably just another Tuesday for them. It's not their business. They don't know what's going on. So they're going to let you do whatever you want to do on that
And
world.
maybe some opportunities to sway the people of Kessen's Landing to your faction and
Exactly.
your interests.
Yep.
Oh yes, sorry. So we have a little bit of a fly-through video to show you
a fly-through
Kessen's
video.
Landing so far. Check it out.
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful, apparently.
I love everything about the town and the space there, but just being very close to a volcano is really, really cool. An active volcano.
Yeah. No, I love that final shot. And I was telling Ashley yesterday, there's actually a word for the plumes of steam that show up, a geology fact of the day. When lava hits water and cools like that, it's called a lathe.
Ooh,
So,
it's quite amazing.
It is. It's quite amazing. We love that word so much, we actually use it in the area. It's actually, so, not amazing, just a lathe.
Yes.
Yeah, you got to see a couple of the places you're going to get to run around while you're in Kessen's Landing, a bunch of really cool spots that we're so excited for everyone to see in game. And while you're actually tracking down the hidden chain, we're going to get some help from some new faces and a couple of familiar ones as well that we're going to see right now.
Yay, characters.
One of them, like I mentioned before, is Ras Ordo. We're going to be helping him as he's been investigating leads that could possibly figure out what the hidden chain is doing while they're in hiding. We're going to actually be helping him at the beginning, track down one of these leads that could lead to some clues.
Our best Mandalorian boy. The Republic players will be joined by Arn Peralin, who recently promoted to Jedi Knight, has been asked by the Republic to help the player investigate on Kessen's Landing.
Yep. On the Imperial side, you're actually going to be joined by Darth Krovos, since the Empire is still at war with the Republic. She's
That
a very
never changes.
strategic person, and she's always looking for different ways to get the upper hand on the Republic. One of those ways could be stoking dissent and trying to sway people to turn against their faction.
And when Kroos is involved, you know it's serious
Oh,
business.
yes.
We're also bringing back some characters you may not recognize from way back when. Smugglers and troopers may recognize Captain Blythe from their early days on Ord Mantell. After the original Separatist conflict, he was promoted to negotiate between the Republic and the Mantellian forces, and he's been doing that ever since. So he's a little stressed out, especially with the Republic not giving as much support to Kessen's Landing.
Yeah. Stressed out is, to say the least, I think. Yeah. Another slightly familiar face from launch is Gizmo Gam. He's a
Gizmo
local
Gam.
bureaucrat on Ord Mantell that's kind of taken up residence in Kessen's Landing. He always claims that he's got his constituents' best interest at heart, but his actions don't always support those claims.
And you know he's trustworthy because he keeps saying it.
Yes,
He keeps
exactly.
telling you that
Exactly.
he's trustworthy. And we have a new face on Kessen's Landing. This is Petra Neerum. She's a Cathar resident of Kessen's Landing. And she gets caught up in the hidden chain assault while looking for her missing sister Mina. And like everyone on Kessen's Landing, she's a bit suspicious of strangers, but you know, if you align with her motivations, you might be able to get her help and get her understanding of Kessen's Landing, and she might be able to help you along your journey.
Or not.
And so after the Chains in the Dark storyline, there's still a lot to do on Kessen's Landing. It's a full daily area. There will be a lot of repeatable missions to deal with the Hidden Chain and fallout of the Hidden Chain and the Separatists. There's going to be new mounts, there's new armors,
Ooh, armor. You had
achievements.
armor.
There's also a secret set of missions that will get you a special piece of tech that takes you all over the galaxy. And you'll probably want this tech if you're going to be spending a lot of time on Kessen's Landing. It'll be pretty helpful.
Oh no.
We also have new world boss.
Yay!
Ooh.
FR3D0M
Freedom.
is Separatist.
Kind of.
right? Separatist.
Separatist battle droid.
Battle
Yeah,
droid,
but
yeah.
the Separatists
looks
have
cool.
actually reprogrammed
looks
to
angry.
spread their view. Some might say it's propaganda, and also eliminate anyone who tries to resist that propaganda.
Encounter designer Daniel Cefarati said, definitely watch.
Sorry, ad, because we cheap and we get stuck with ads from time to time when we watch stuff on YouTube, on Twitch. Well, we get it on YouTube too. So, just while we've got a second before we restart, if you guys are not subscribed, I would love for you guys right now, hit that subscribe button. Thumbs up, thumbs down the video. I don't care. Just hit all the buttons. Hit all the buttons. I'd appreciate it though if you at least hit that subscribe button, and leave a comment below. What do you guys think so far? Are you guys excited about Ord Mantell? Kind of. Not me. I still want Naboo. I don't think we're gonna get it though. So far so good though. Let's see what else they got.
For any plasma that the droid might be putting around the space, and watch where you place your allies. But this should be a really fun
Where
way
you
to
place your
tackle
allies.
with your friends. So definitely check that out. And
Ooh.
in addition to the mount that's going to be on the reputation track, there's also a very small chance, a rare chance, if the world boss might drop a version of the mount that is the same coloring as FR3D0M.
Nice.
All right, and now on to Lane Vizsla. Now, where did we leave Lane? She was on Runic, right?
He was on
With
Runic.
baby basilisk.
Baby
droid.
basilisk. I'm pretty sure she's still on Runic because if you've played through her storyline on Runic, she mentions quite a few times that basilisk droids are so rare that at this point that nobody really knows anything about them. So if she wants to restore the basilisk droid that you helped her find that was in Harang Year's clutches on Runic, if she wants to restore it, she's going to need some kind of information to not only fix it, but figure out what is so special about this cute little unique basilisk buddy, right?
Yeah, there's no manual lying around.
Not at all. Far from it. They're
Never is.
so rare that information is practically just non-existent at this point. So Lane has got a pretty insurmountable task to overcome if she's going to restore this for us.
Yeah.
However, she does learn of someone who is considered the foremost authority in droid maintenance and droid history, but he's only known as the curator. So it's going to be up to us to try and figure out, or to get his help to figure out how to fix this basilisk droid. We're also going to see an appearance, we're going to be joined actually, by a somewhat familiar assassin droid that may come in an unexpected form for all of us.
Yeah. This is good. So good.
We are very excited about this.
So you want to talk a little bit about
Unexpected
Lane?
Yeah, of course. For those of you who may not remember Lane Vizsla or haven't encountered her yet,
We haven't encountered her yet in our
Lane is actually Shay
gameplay.
Vizsla, who is Mandalore the Avenger. Lane is her cousin, her distant cousin. They share a lot of similarities personality-wise. You know, Lane is also very stubborn like Shay is. But Lane isn't much of a bounty hunter or kind of a people person, if you can call Shay that. But Lane would
Shay
probably
wasn't a
rather
people
deal
person.
with machines and tinker with things than deal with most people. But she's also, like I said, very, very stubborn and very eager to prove herself.
Yes. We also have the Curator. It's a self-moniker named Curator, who is very anonymous, has maintained his anonymity, but is one of the foremost experts in droids in the galaxy. And so it'll be your mission to not only find him, but also convince him to help you in your pursuit of repairing the Basilisk droids.
So I will say that one of the things that the Curator wants you to do to get his help is to find an HK-24 droid. Now, if you thought Basilisk droids were rare, these guys are even more rare. Now, they're not the same as HK-47 droids, which are, you know, obviously way more familiar, but they were actually designed by SWTOR Corporation hundreds of years before the current time in game, in the run-up to the Mandalorian Neo Crusader invasion, but nobody wanted them, so they just stopped production. There were very few that were actually made. The few that did exist were actually used by someone in a very nefarious corporate scheme. They were all destroyed in the process, and the Republic outlawed them after that. So very, very few have survived to the current time in the game. So it's going to be very, very tricky to try and find one. And also because they were built to fight Mandalorians, that means they were specifically programmed to destroy Basilisk droids. So they'll know a lot about them, but they'll know a lot about how to destroy Basilisk droids. So if we want to have it help us restore a Basilisk droid, we're probably going to have to make a few modifications to get its help.
Do the opposite
and
of
this
what you
kind of droid is so
are
rare.
programmed.
It's probably very
You should be
attractive
doing.
to a droid expert slash
Exactly.
curator.
That's going to be like the crown jewel of his collection, pretty
Right,
much
yeah.
at that point.
All right, and last up we have our cinematic lighting update that I want to talk to you all about. So since 7.2 Showdown on Runic, we've been testing and implementing a new character lighting system within cinematics that updates the way lights act in our cutscenes. So it uses more environmental lighting instead of spotlights we've used in the past. It creates a lot more self-shadowing, more detailed self-shadowing on the characters, and increases our level of control on the artist side for creating lights within the cinematics. And so we've been testing this in 7.2 and 7.3 and more now in 7.4. But in 7.4, we are turning this on across the entire game. That means all cinematic content across the entire game, from the class stories to the world arcs to all the recent updates, will have this lighting update implemented. This is our first example here. You can see how there's a lot less hot light on the character. It's a lot more balanced. There's a lot more shading that comes in with the outfits and the skin. And here's how it looks in video. I'm honestly so excited about how the shadows look on the characters and how it really grounds them to the environment. Our graphics team knocked it out of the park to create this. So it's really, really nice to see a lot of this older content in a new light.
Oh.
Everyone looks so beautiful too. It's like you can really see how before everybody was washed out by that blue light in the scene, and everyone just has like skin tones that are not blue. Humans have human skin tones.
Yes.
And the detail on all the armors come through really well also.
Yeah. Well, we're really excited for y'all to see all the updates. And this is just the beginning of the cinematic lighting updates. We're going to keep improving on it, keep building on it, and keep making the game pretty.
Yeah.
But I really wanted to record this and get it out there for you guys.
So next up, I think that's all for us. Did you want me to talk about the...
You're good?
Yeah, all right.
Where people they can redeem code LOTSVISLA?
Yeah, you can redeem the code LOTSVISLA for your Stronghold decos. So that is it for us in narrative. We're going to be passing it off to Joe Stramaglia to talk about GTN updates.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
GTN updates. All right. All right. Let's see what we got for the GTN revamp. Exciting. I can't ever afford anything in the GTN. I am not a rich player. I tell you what, you guys, hopefully, they put caps on some stuff. That'd be nice. Caps. Thought I had it closer.
Hello, everyone.
There we go.
This is Joe Stromagli from the Systems Design team, back again to talk about the Credit Economy Initiative and our upcoming changes to the Galactic Trade Network. First, a quick recap of what we've done so far. We've made some system-level adjustments to credit inflows and sinks. We'll have more of these over time. We've added some costs to some forms of travel that would have otherwise required credit costs. In 7.3.1, we adjusted the costs of quick travel to account for your level to be balanced appropriately to the
I like
level
that.
characters. We've reduced the durability loss on armor on character death, but balanced it with a slight increase of the chance of durability loss through normal combat. We've adjusted repair costs relative to item level. We've added trade and mail taxes depending on the value exchange of the items or credits. And in 7.3.1, we made these completely driven by the Galactic Trade Network median sales and added new exemptions to these taxes on many lower value items. In 7.3.1 for the Galactic Trade Network, we increased the buyout price limit ahead of the revamp and now provide a suggested sale price depending on the median sales when listing an item. It's with great pleasure to report that our credit economy has been healing with these changes, and we plan to continue that work. With that, I'm excited to talk about what's coming in 7.4. The first phase of the Galactic Trade Network overhaul is going live in 7.4. Please note that some of the things I'm going to show here are work in progress and may be adjusted prior to full release. We've completely rebuilt the system, making it more accessible while trying to keep it familiar. Now, when you open the Galactic Trade Network, you will see there are some new elements and some elements that have changed. Let's take it for a spin. Say I want to purchase a new piece of equipment. I can search for that item by name, just like our current implementation, or I can set a category and subcategory to find it. We've also added an advanced search section with some of our existing but less used options. Now, our search is done and we have our results. Something you may notice is that each item is listed a single time, with the quantity showing the number available on the market and the unit price showing the lowest available price. Clicking on the credit symbol will take you to the landing page for the specific item. This shows details about that item as well as the option to purchase one for the lowest available price.
I like that.
Once we press the purchase button, the game will check to see if the purchase was successful.
Now that
Once
that right there, just narrowing everything down to one instance of the armor or whatever the item, just like one, and then you can click on a separate page to see. Is so much better than me going through 50, 60 pages of armor that's on there just to see if I can find what I'm looking for. Cause I don't know the names of everything. I'm just gonna look at armor, whatever's cool I want to buy. But this is a good step. I like this. This is gonna be time saving. Very, very big in the time saving.
you've completed a purchase, you no longer need to go to your mail to collect the item. We can collect it right here and now on the claim page. Items will remain available to claim here and will expire the same way that mail currently does. However, it's worth noting that there is a restriction on how many items will be available in the claim page. So, if you want to make more purchases, you need to claim your items first. But I'm sure you're thinking, what about items with stacks? Well, if we go back to our search and find an item that is stackable, let's say a med pack, you'll find that if you open the item details window, we'll have a little bit more information here. You'll see the lowest listed available stacks, and you'll be able to input a quantity that you would like, up to a full stack of the item per purchase. When you do this, you pay the amount required to pay for each item in the stack at the unit price that is available. I'll enter the amount that I want, make the purchase, and be able to receive the item right here in the claim page. Now, let's say I'm looking to sell an item. I can go to the Sell tab, much like our current system, and there's a slot where you can drag and drop an item. Now, instead of setting the price to sell a stack, you set the unit price for the item, and the game does all the math for you. This will show you exactly how much you will receive for each unit sold, how much the buyer will pay for each unit sold, and the fees to be paid to both list the item as well as purchase the item. At the bottom, we show you total profit that you'll gain from this transaction. One thing to note about this is that we've increased the amount of time of duration that sales can be. We've also made some adjustments for the way fees are handled. The fee for the sale will be on the buyer. The fees will be progressive based on the price per unit, and the listing fee now takes into account the price and will be assessed as a fee instead of a deposit. There's some guardrails on this to keep the fees from getting too out of hand, and we'll share details of those at a later time on a forum post for those of you who want to see how all the numbers work out. Once your listing is sold to a buyer, you'll find the results of the sale available on the claim page. This is also where listings that expire will be located, and you can see the status of your sales at any time on this page. You can even claim the credits for partially sold stacks, and we'll still send you notification mails for things that sell or expire. This new version of the Galactic Trade Network is built to be easily expanded on, and has a lot of smart features to make using the network a breeze. This is only the beginning. We want your feedback, and to take into account many of the great suggestions and ideas from the community. We will continue to iterate, build, and grow the Galactic Trade Network to make it the best-in-class experience that it can be. Keep an eye on the forums, and I hope to see you there. Now, over to Brian, who's got some exciting news about equipment.
All right, are we ready to check out gearing changes 7.4 with Bryant Wood, the systems designer? All right, Bryant, what do you got for us, buddy?
Hey community, I'm back here to go over the itemization changes coming to SWTOR in patch 7.4. First up, we have our next item ceiling rates. As we've previously mentioned, this is something we do periodically to introduce new power to the game over the expansion cycle. Here are the new maximum item ratings for gear coming with 7.4. Noble Decurion and Supreme Decurion, Tianese, and Kalumi will all be increasing to 340. Rakata gear will be increasing to 344, and Thursian gear will be increasing to 336. If you caught it on the last slide, that's right. Rakata gear can be upgraded all the way to item rating 344. Challenge your favorite operations, acquire OP1 Catalyst, and upgrade yourself to the strongest gear in SWTOR. Players who have acquired the Virulent Armor from the R4 Anomaly operation will be able to exchange their armor for Rakata armor the R4 Veteran Exchange Vendor in the supply section of the fleet using R4 Veteran Gear tokens, OP1 Catalysts, and credits. To match the power ceiling increase, legendary implants will be rising in power. Legendary implants will be upgradable all the way to 340 and will come with a new tier of achievement. Equip 2 legendary implants at item rating 340 to make your implant upgrades cheaper. We've also seen your feedback surrounding non-legendary implants, and with 7.4, I'm happy to say that implants will no longer drop from bosses or be given from upgrade crates above item rating 336. This will make it easier for players to focus on legendary implants. Any previously obtained implants can still be upgraded on the fleet if you want. Our dynamic smuggling duo has upped their ante and gotten their hands on modifications at item rating 340. Speak to Hyde on the fleet to begin a new mission to acquire and deconstruct gear at item rating 340 to unlock these new mods. Now, I've saved the best for last. In 7.3.1, we expanded access to prototype gear, with our Conquest Gear vendor allowing players to convert Conquest commendations to FP1 stabilizers. With 7.4, we're going to begin expanding access to artifact gear as well. This initiative will come with 2 changes, one of which I'm happy to share today. But details of the second change will have to come as we get closer to the launch of 7.4. Please be patient and keep your eyes peeled on the forums or your favorite dev tracker. First up, OP1 Catalysts are coming to your Master Mode chapters. Players who take on these treacherous challenges will be rewarded with 8 OP1 Catalysts per completion. And though I can't say much about the second change just yet, I can leave you with this. Those are your itemization changes coming to SWTOR with patch 7.4.
Earn,
It's great to
no
see
matter
you
what you
again,
play.
but I'll send you back to the team at the studio now. I'm helping pick weeds on Zakul in preparation for the visit. Take care.
Bye. Ready to go back to the team? Me too. How are we doing so far? All that last part, way above me. He could have been just speaking Greek, honestly. I have no idea what he was talking about with all that stuff. I really need to get back into gearing and all kinds of stuff. There's a guide for that. I'm sure there is. We'll put a link in the description below when we find a good one. I'm sure it's got to be from one person. All right, are we ready to get back to the team? Because we've got Life Day, Cartel Market Items, and the best few finalists. We're going back to Eric and Jackie. Whew. Let's go. Let's see what we got.
It's very crisp.
Good.
Yeah, so thank you so much to Joe and Bryant for giving us the breakdowns on the GTN revamp and the gearing changes that will be coming to 7.4.
Yeah.
I did keep an eye on chat, and I did see one question in particular, well, a couple of questions in particular, is like, what are the PvP updates?
Oh, yeah, so that's an interesting one, right? Because one of the things that, we actually talked about this right before the stream started, so we didn't include this in the feature list about PvP seasons because it kind of lives in this really interesting world. So just a reminder for folks about how PvP seasons works now as a reminder, because when we do live streams like this, to be honest, I'm not sure that we'll include it just because of the way that the structure is kind of oriented. So just as a reminder, we're in between PvP Season 3 and Season 4 right now. PvP Season 4 is going to start on November 7th, right? Mm-hmm. So it'll start in a few weeks. And you can even see if you want to preview, you could go look the PvP Season 4 rewards. You could go look at them in collections right now if you want to go see what most of them look like, because they're there right now. And the reason is because those rewards, and actually PvP Season 4's rewards went in 7.3.1. And kind of the same thing is going to happen right now, where PvP Season 5's rewards are going to go in Game Update 7.4, even though we don't have it included in this presentation. And the reason is, as a reminder, the PvP seasons are agnostic to the game updates themselves because they're on a fixed schedule. So they run for X amount of weeks, and they're off for Y amount of weeks, and that's on a fixed schedule yearly. So we may not always talk about them explicitly inside of one of these game update presentations, but just know, one, you can always just look in collections and you'll see that they're there.
You all make the schedule. Change schedule. Run at the same time as the season. I don't. That I never understood. Why? Like when one season ends, why another season doesn't immediately start? I don't know. Like other games, like their battle passes, it's like we don't end and then have nothing. But we did. Just have that with the season 4 to 5 or whatever the galactic seasons. 4 to 5. So I don't like that there's a break between the two. Now if I was a PvP player and they ran like once Galactic Seasons was going, PvP wasn't, then Galactic Seasons, PvP, back and forth, but then they mix in together, and then I feel like they should just run parallel to each other, just run together. There's no reason. I don't feel that there's a reason to run them separately. Because then, like I said, you get one updated, not the other, and it feels weird. Feels weird, man. Feels weird.
So don't be surprised when 7.4 goes out and you're like, I have spied that the Season 5 PvP rewards are there. You'll know that they're there because I've now told you that they're going to be there. It's not that they're there by accident. It's because that PvP season will likely start before 7.4.1 comes out. And so that's when that will slide in.
Yep.
That's the idea. So
we'll be posting more about them in the coming week.
Yep. And so if there would be any changes to PvP seasons, such as class balance changes or any of that kind of stuff, that would just be normal inside of patch notes inside of the game updates. So just look for that kind of stuff there.
Yep. So thank you for the questions.
Yep.
Next up, we are talking about Life Day.
Yep.
As I said earlier, the holiday release, so we're going to have a Life Day event.
Yep.
For those who may not know, this is our annual festive event. Like, players can hug Wookiees, throw snowballs at each other, earn snow-covered parcels to get rewards, and we tend to add to that list of rewards every year. And so for this event, we're going to be throwing in a Life Day officer armor.
That's right.
I got a question. Can we just randomly hug Wookiees? Kashyyyk's not even a planet in the game yet. Can we go to Kashyyyk? You guys are going to put in Kashyyyk so we can go hug Wookiees? I mean, I feel like hugging a Wookiee is very dangerous, and I think we should all do it. We should all take our chances to hug a Wookiee.
Really clean and sharp, and it's beautiful. Y'all are gonna look super classy when you get this.
right.
When you get this armor set.
And you're going to your holiday ball or
Look at that.
whatever.
Isn't that beautiful?
It's great.
I love it.
Yep.
Just as a note before we
It's a suit.
really talk about PTS, LifeJ is not going to be active during PTS when
Right.
it's open. So y'all won't even really see this armor until 7.4 goes live. So
Yep.
just as a heads up right there.
Yep. So let's talk about cartel market. So you can hit the next bullet. So let's talk about the word specularity. So sit down class, I guess, 'cause I'm going to try to explain some stuff.
Let's
And
go.
Please, let's
somewhere
talk
a tech
about
artist or someone's going to be crying, but I'm going to try. Okay, so
I can't
specularity.
say it.
What does that
Speculate.
mean? So
I can't say
specularity is
it.
effectively how reflective something is. Someone can go look up how Webster's defines it and put it in chat because I'm probably going to describe something incorrectly. But specularity is effectively how reflective something is. So the way that we would define it
Can't
in
say
the
it.
game, and the way that we actually are applying it in the game, is realistically is how metallic or how matte something might look. So if we put that on, let's say, like black, we can make black look really shiny and reflective, or it look not really shiny or metallic. Think of it like putting it on a car, right? So you can make your car look really shiny, or make your car look not really. Some people paint their cars matte as a thing or something. So that's the kind of new tech that we've developed in new levers we can pull on assigning colors inside of our game. And so the way that you're going to see this applied as a starting point, and I really am specifying starting point, in 7.4 is in die packs. So these new die packs that you're going to see, we're calling them metallic and pearlescent die packs, coming in 7.4, are not only going to be on armor sets. We're going to show you one armor set in particular that's going to kind of be the entry point into this, that where we are applying it to in 7.4. But also, we're going to be introducing 6 new die packs that theoretically, and I say theoretically because it is our intent, that you can take this die pack and throw it into and use this on any of your chosen favorite armor set and be able to apply this to. And we'll show you some examples of how that might look as well. And again, this is really just a starting point for us because, yes, I'm saying die packs, but we could use this tech for other stuff. You know, we could have a gold-plated pistol. We could have a gold-plated refresher decoration in your house. We've absolutely made these jokes already internally about things that we could do. I'm not saying we have those plans because we don't necessarily, but
They do.
These are the kinds of ways that we could apply this to stuff in the future. But I know what you're probably saying is, well, show me what that might actually look like. So first, here is the armor set that we are applying this to. So this is one of the new armor sets coming in 7.4. This is called the Suppression Trooper armor set. And so the color that is applied to it is, because I always forget,
Metallic black, pearlescent red.
yeah, so this is metallic black, and the next slide is the inverse, right? I'm not crazy? Maybe, I don't know.
It's a beautiful turnaround. Look at that.
This is the inverse, which is pearlescent red and metallic black. And this is in
Shiny that
video
is.
form. So you can see when I say that it is metallic and reflective, it is specular. That's
It
probably
is
not the
kind of
actual
pretty, I'll be
application of
honest.
that word, by the
It's
way.
pretty.
Stop.
Have I made it a verb? I don't, that's probably not. Somewhere Caitlin, Ashley's right there, but somewhere outside Caitlin probably is also crying. That's not how that's actually applied. Anyway, you can now see when we say that we've made it reflective, it's reflective.
Oh, chat's losing their mind.
Yeah. You could. This is when
It's so good.
when Jackie was helping
It is
Ashley and
kinda
Caitlin
pretty.
with her hair, we just needed this upper layer, right? To just really do it. So you can see what this looks like. But what do the other colors look like, Eric? Great question, chat, that you didn't ask. So this is
Look at that.
chrome
like
white
Pyre.
and metallic gold
The
on
go-
the same armor
the
set. So this is
metallic
still
gold
Suppression Trooper. Chrome white and metallic gold, and the inverse.
It's so
Metallic
interesting how
gold
the
and chrome
color
white. So again,
changes
we're
with the
now up
armor.
to 4 of the 6 die packs.
Yeah, you see this eyeliner
I
that
do-
I'm wearing
I-
right now?
I like the
I do
white
wanna know
one.
how I
It just
applied it?
gives you that
I was
good
looking at his
stormtrooper
armor.
feel.
True story.
I do believe you. It's
Fact.
also gold, so I understand.
So
yeah,
good.
So again, and this is all just
Show
the
us the other
Suppression
two,
Trooper
guys.
armor
Come
set.
on.
So this can give you a really good indication of what this can look like, again, on this original base armor set. So that,
And then we also got a couple of like the pieces
Yep.
of different armor sets, as well as this is the Darth Malgus Reborn armor.
Yep.
And then the one on the right is it's like I Tetris things together.
Yep.
So the Armor Smith helmet. There's a Defiant Maverick in there.
Yep. But
Outcast.
the
Yeah.
thing
It
that's
does look
really
nice,
cool
though.
to show you that I remember when we had talked about this internally is if you look at the armor set on the right and you look at the sleeve, that's cloth,
Cloth,
with leather,
yep.
cloth leather, right? And you can still see kind of how that could look and be applied when it's not actually on a hard, solid surface, right? And so there's still really cool effects that you can create with this die pack, even on things that aren't necessarily implicitly going to be shiny. So really, really cool toolbox that you can now have. Like as Jackie alluded to earlier, a lot of customization that you'll have flexibility with and being able to apply these die packs to things. So these are the 6 die packs that are going to be coming.
Yep.
Chrome white, metallic gold, and its inverse. Metallic black and pearlescent red, and its inverse.
And
Metallic and matte black.
Yeah, there we
and-
go.
And its inverse.
I want to see y'all use these die packs and like just hit us up, like tag us, because I want to see all the combos that you guys are gonna put together. 'Cause
Yep.
It's gonna be beautiful.
Yeah, lots to play with. But wait, there's more. Sorry, so that's specifically that's the new tech. So that's obviously the really, really cool stuff we wanted to talk about. Again, this is really just the beginning. Obviously, we can talk about in the future when we get past 7.4. I hope that you love this. I haven't been looking at chat, but I've seen a lot of caps in this direction.
There's a
coming
lot of
from-
chatter.
from chat, so I
Yep.
think that people are excited. But show us your looks. Let us know that you're excited about this. What other color combinations you would like for die packs and those types of things. And again, we haven't even looked into going past just die packs into things like mount colors and weapon colors and stuff for what else we can apply this to. So sky's the limit.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Very
Other
nice.
offerings.
Well, what
for
else?
the cartel
Suppression Trooper also has a
rifle.
that comes alongside.
Yeah.
Nice.
Suppression Trooper
Yeah.
rifle.
Like it.
Very cool.
Yes. yes,
Suppression rifle
yes.
shocker.
And then this is an armor set that is inspired by Sabine Wren. This is the Defiant Maverick armor. We saw like a little bit of pieces in the previous slide.
Yep.
But this is it in its full glory. Look
Yeah.
how beautiful that is.
Yeah, so obviously when we did 731, right, we really wanted to, we were very timely in coming out alongside Disney Plus's Ahsoka series, and so now hopefully you've all seen it.
So Sabine Wren armor. I mean, we knew it was coming. I kind of was hoping maybe a little Shin, a little Balin, some Enoch looking armor coming down the road. But Sabine, yeah, I mean, good choice, but definitely really like it. Like to see some cool colors with this one.
I won't say any spoilers, but we wanted to bring Sabine Wren's awesome armor set, and so now you have Defiant Maverick armor coming in 7.4.
So good.
Great job by the team. So excited.
Yeah.
And this looks so good when it's dyed because of the color breaker points on it. I don't know. I don't remember if we have any. We had at one point we had a slide with it dyed. I don't know if we still do, but it looks very good dyed. You'll see.
Apparently
Westar
not in
19
this,
armor
though.
set.
Yep.
Weapon set. There's actually 3 of them.
Yes. On the it's divided in the middle, but these are what the weapons look like when they are stowed or drawn.
Correct. Yeah. So it is blaster pistol, excuse me, blaster rifle and sniper rifle.
Yes.
Yep. And so they come in black, blue, and orange, and the pistol comes
Orange.
holstered as well.
Ooh,
Gosh, it's so pretty. I can just like stare at this all day.
orange, yes.
And then
We saw when we released Darth Nul's lightsaber in 731. Well, hey, what about us who dual saber? We got you. So 7.4, Darth Nul's
See
dual
you.
saber will be coming as well.
I say this as I'm pointing at the googly eyes that are on the camera.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ashley.
Thanks, Ashley. All right. So this is very near and dear to my heart. It's thanks to the community manager inside. So this is something that we haven't been able to do in the past, but the way that things lined up, oh, it's so good. So we just wrapped our 3rd annual Best View in SWTOR contest. Basically, it was a contest where we selected 10 planets, and players were free to take a snapshot or a screenshot of a special place, a special view, of any view that really captured the essence of said planet, and they would submit them to
Sure,
us.
there's
And
great
we
pictures.
got narrowed down to the finalists, and there are 5 for each planet that are so beautiful. I just wanted to showcase them here during the stream. And as the last bullet point says, there will be 10 winners that we will announce later on. That's pretty soon, but later on, and those winners will have their screenshots changed into deco, stronghold decos that can be that will be on the anniversary vendor.
Yep.
Yep. And then the winners themselves will receive a special gilded frame of their screenshot. So
Yeah, so-
without further ado, here are your.
And the beautiful thing is, the people that are finalists, they don't know either.
Yeah.
So
No.
Without further ado.
You might
Oh,
be
wait.
finding out right now that you're a finalist.
Yeah.
So now, without further ado, take 2.
Aw.
Wait.
I'm like about to ruin my eyeliner. I love that video so much.
Should we
The
bring,
music
should we
is
bring,
so
should we bring
good.
the specular video back so you can redo your eyeliner?
Oh my gosh, I need. Someone bring me a Trooper Arbor set that I need to look into. But congratulations to all the finalists. And again, we will be announcing winners in the near future. So yeah, it's so beautiful. I had to show that off to all of you. All right, recap.
Yeah, so hopefully all
Change.
yes, it's very, very excited to finally be able to share with everybody everything that's coming in Game Update 7.4. I mean, obviously that's not like a full comprehensive list, right? I mean, once you get in and start diving in, you'll get to see all of the rewards in the daily area and all the changes. Okay.
Yep.
So let's talk about it. Chains in the Dark storyline. You'll go into Keston's Landing as Ashley and Caitlin walked you through. You'll be going back to Orbantel. Very, very excited to go back there. The team did such a killer job. It's such a cool area. There's lots of cool stuff to explore there. So I'm very excited for all of you to start running around on Orbantel. So many cool characters in there too. Like Gizmo Gam is probably my new favorite character. He's just the best. And those who know me know my love of Kai Zykin. You'll understand why I love Gizmo Gam so much when you get in there.
The curator had me
What a name.
dying. I was laughing so hard. It was so good. It's so good.
There's
y'all.
so
It's
many
so good.
funny and good moments in this update. Man, I had some really good laugh out loud ones. We'll share them after you've played it. I will not spoil. New daily area. Tons and tons of new stuff to do in this daily area. Obviously, everything you'd expect from a daily area. Lots of little hidden stuff and surprises. We have a couple things we haven't even talked about on the stream today. You'll have to just find it on
Explore.
your own, I guess. With the new world boss, as talked about, freedom. Take your best shot.
Told you, it's
Take
freedom.
down freedom. See what you can do.
Yep. Sorry.
I mean, look, the best part about that is when when Ashley was reading it out, Brooks literally put his arms up and said freedom behind the screen, and that's why Caitlin laughed. If no one else saw it, I did, and I chuckled. So, brought me joy at least.
Oh my
Just a
god.
little bit.
Behind the scenes, you
Get to figure out what Lane's been having up to. Honestly, I think it's the first mission in Lane's storyline. Also, was one of the times that I genuinely laughed out loud during,
Excited for the Lane
during
storyline.
this as well. So one of my.
I mean, I haven't played the
But
first
anyway,
part,
we get
but
to continue with Lane's storyline and see what's been going on there as well. So.
Yep.
I've always wanted to play Lanes
Storylines there.
because I heard
Cinematic
good thing
lighting
about that one.
improvements, some very cool stuff. This is one of those fun things where we do a lot of, I don't even want to say little, because efforts like that aren't always little. We sneak in some tech improvements and some things like this that we don't always tell you about because they're hard for us to explain in a way that you'll look at and go, yep, that makes sense, awesome. And for you to also be excited about them, because as Ashley had talked about, we've actually been doing this for a few game updates and you didn't actually know. But then when we go, just kidding, press the red button, roll it out to everything, now we can kind of talk about it. So really excited that we finally get to tell you today that they've kind of been sneaking out there anyway. So excited for you to see them go across the whole game in 7.4. GTN revamp. Really excited about this one. This is definitely a place where we really want you to get on and hammer on it in 7.4. As you saw, some of it's standard UI in the way that you'd expect. Some of it, there's some big changes there. There's some really cool quality of life stuff in there. Definitely a place we want you to play with it and hammer on it on PTS especially before it gets out to the wild, and especially for those of you that are people, honestly, of my own heart who spend far too much time just sitting in front of a GTN terminal when you play the game.
So I was just going to say, any of you that
So
are
get
people,
in there, and we'll have a lot of very
not
specific
people.
directions on how we want you to test the GTN when we get there.
Definitely, sure.
Let us
Yep.
know.
Time break
Gearing
it.
changes. We want you to be able to turn your gear numbers up higher in 7.4, and so bigger path there. And we'll have even more explicit details about this, even beyond what Bryant talked about coming in the forums when we get closer to PTS. So stay tuned. Stay tuned for that. Like I said, Keith's excited about that one. We're talking about that. Life Day. Get your dapper gear. After you throw snowballs at people,
Life Day officer
after you hug people and then throw snowballs at them, it all makes sense somehow.
I love
Go
that
hug
so much.
Wookiees,
It's
man.
Life Day.
It's great. It's fun.
Yeah.
Cartel market items.
Yeah, again, it seemed like there was a lot of excitement for that, so definitely keep the thoughts coming. You won't get to see those really on PTS, but once we go live, we're going to be very interested in seeing your hot new fits, as the kids say. I don't know if that's what the kids say.
I'm
but
gonna spend days.
I don't think that's what the
Just
kids say.
Keep spoiling. We didn't get there yet. You definitely didn't hear what Keith just said, so hold on a second.
And then we went over the best view contest finalists. I see a couple of them in chat actually. So yeah, I'm wishing all of you good luck. We're still voting on the winners, and we'll be announcing the winners soon on SWTOR.com and our social channels. So stay tuned for that.
Yep. And then, of course, when can you playtest everything? So PTS, ideally within the next week. We're hoping to have it up ideally this week. I don't know if we'll get there or not. We're still doing some internal testing to make sure we can get the build together and do all that stuff. Pretty much everything that is on this list, other than the places that we've called it out, and of course we don't put any narrative stuff on there so that you won't spoil anything before the game update is live, but it'll all be there to be tested for you. So you can expect tons of forum posts and tons of details and stuff on what you can test when we get there. So stay tuned for details. Like I said, we're trying to get up as fast as we can. It's close. It's very, very close. So soon, with like a TM bold and italics right after it, it'll be really, really soon as we can get it up. So we are actively pushing to get it there.
Show the key art.
As soon as we can. Thank you, Keith.
Do you want to come? Do you want to like officially say it? Come on.
And so we have Keith's yelling off screen. We have one more thing for you. One more thing.
Show the key art.
We have 7.4 key art for
Yes.
you all.
So the last thing we're gonna end
Key
this thing
art.
with, we have new key art.
Well, bam! Isn't that beautiful?
So
Love
this
it.
is the Chains in the Dark key art. This is what we're gonna end the stream with today.
Yep. Thank you all so much for joining.
Yeah. So this is So we have new game update.
I'll leave you.
All right. Yeah. Thank you, Keith.
Thank you, Keith.
Thank you, Keith. Thank you, everybody who joined us on the stream today. Thank you, Ashley, Caitlin, Joe, Bryant, for joining us on the stream. Thank you, Jackie, who did just a tremendous amount of work in getting this all together. Thank you to everybody on the dev team who's not sitting in this room, who also, builds everything that we talk about. Thank you, Brooks, for sitting behind the camera and making a creative joke for us. And thank you all for joining us.
Yep. See you next time.
Okay.
See you in game 4. Game update 7.4.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Keith.
We'll talk to you soon more about 7.4. Coming soon to a household near you.
Bye.
Hopefully. Oh. Here, let me see. Can I move? Let me get my face out of the way so y'all can see. Ah. And they put them in there. Alright. Well. 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 Yeah, I got well. Ord Mantell seems like it's gonna be the rockin' place for the Chains in the Dark 7.4 game update. Super exciting. Just in general, because every time this game gets updated, I'm super stoked because I love this game. I need to dive more into this game. I've returned after many years. Like, I played it early on, very early on, like when it was first released, and then didn't play for like 10 years. So I'm kind of a returning player still. We're still trying to get our feet wet with it, but there's so much cool stuff going on with this game. Broadsword gives us a little bit more hope, because they're focusing mainly on this. So much stuff that they can pull. Was really hoping for a full new planet. A landing zone on an existing planet is cool. That's one of the things I feel like with this game will not get old. Is there's so many planets that they still can introduce, because these planets obviously existed back in this time period. We just have to write them into the story. You know, Naboo was there. Jakku was there. Yeah, just blanked out on all of the other planets, really. Don't know why Jakku was one that came to it, but, you know, so many. Darthamia would be cool to see. Mandalore itself would be super awesome to get into this game. But what did you guys think? What are you excited for? What do you need clarification on? I think they're still aiming. They didn't give a release time period other than the PvP time period, which is November 7th. They're entering the next season of PvP. I heard this would be originally, not today or any. This was like a month or two ago that I remember reading or seeing that the 7.4 update would be like December. It'd be early December or early January. I think they were pushing for early December because they really, like I said, they want to be the holiday release, so they really want to do the Life Day thing. So I think they're still aiming for that. They didn't really tell us. No really huge amount of time to take questions from the audience here, but sure to expect as we get closer to launch, we'll get more information. There's probably going to be a trailer of some sort. That'll be really cool. But yeah, super excited for Broadsword. What about you guys? Just one last time, do me a favor. Hit the like button if you made it this far to through the video. Hit that subscribe button if you want to see more of this wonderful kind of content from me. I have 1,000 video ideas coming down the pike. Okay. I have 1,000 video ideas. I hopefully will just make them sometime soon. But if you hit that follow button, you'll know when I do. Hopefully, because YouTube should send you. Hit the follow button, hit the notification bell, all that cool stuff. And I will see you guys next time. May the Force be with you.